In a peaceful village nestled between the mountains, there lived a young man named Elias. He was known for his quiet demeanor and humble nature, and most people in the village admired his ability to weave the most intricate and beautiful tapestries. His tapestries told stories of the past, present, and future, each thread woven with care and purpose. Elias was content with his life. He lived alone in a small cottage at the edge of the village, surrounded by nature's beauty. Though he lacked material wealth, he found joy in his work and the simple pleasures of life. But deep within him, there was a question that lingered. Why had he been chosen to weave such beautiful tapestries? What was the purpose of his life? One evening, as Elias sat by his loom, an elderly woman came to visit him. She had heard of his incredible talent and wanted to commission a special tapestry. "Elias," she said, "I have a request. Can you weave me a tapestry of the future? I want to know what lies ahead for me." Elias hesitated. "I cannot weave the future," he replied softly. "I can only weave what is given to me, what I can see in the present, and sometimes the past." The woman smiled gently. "You misunderstand, Elias. You are but a humble weaver, but there is a greater plan, one that you may not yet see. Trust in it, and your hands will reveal what is meant to be." The woman left him a small coin as payment and disappeared into the night. Elias, troubled by her words, sat before his loom, pondering what she had said. He did not know what the future held, but he felt an overwhelming sense of unease. Could it be true that everything was part of a plan? Days passed, and Elias continued his work. He began to notice something strange. As he wove, his hand seemed to move without his conscious direction, following a rhythm that felt both natural and guided. His tapestries began to change, becoming more vibrant and intricate. Some patterns seemed to tell stories he had never known, and others depicted visions of distant places he had never visited. One morning, a messenger arrived from a nearby city. He came bearing news of an invitation to present Elias's tapestries to the royal family. They had heard of his skill and wanted to meet the man behind the masterpieces. Elias was astonished. He had never sought fame or recognition, but here it was, knocking at his door. Yet, as he prepared for the journey, he remembered the woman's words. "Trust in the plan, and your hands will reveal what is meant to be." When Elias arrived at the royal palace, he was shown to the king and queen. They marveled at his tapestries, which told stories of victory, love, and loss. The king, deeply moved by the works, offered Elias a position as the royal weaver, promising wealth, honor, and a life of comfort. Elias, overwhelmed by the offer, withdrew to his room that night to reflect. He had spent his life weaving without understanding why, and now he was faced with an opportunity he had never dreamed of. Could this be the plan he had been unknowingly following all these years? The next day, as he prepared to meet the royal family again, Elias suddenly had a vision. He saw himself in a small cottage by the mountains, weaving by the light of a simple fire. He realized that his true happiness had always come from the work itself, not from fame or fortune. With newfound clarity, he turned down the king's offer, choosing instead to return to his village, where he would continue to weave the stories of the world in peace. As he returned home, Elias encountered the elderly woman once more. She smiled at him and said, "You see now, Elias, God's plan is not always what we expect, but it always leads us to where we need to be." Welcome to Whispers of Peace, where gentle stories guide you to a calmer mind and a peaceful heart. Here, we share timeless tales that inspire tranquility, help you release anxiety, and teach you to embrace wisdom in the simplest of moments. Whether you're looking for better sleep or a more peaceful mind, our stories offer the serenity you seek. Subscribe and let each whisper of peace lead you toward a more balanced and joyful life.